Chris Spiker, AVNice, and here we are at Thursday night on the square. Happens in the summertime at Poncitlan Square in Palmdale, California. And look who we get to talk to today. Dave Childs, new city manager, City of Palmdale. Dave!
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful!
Good to see you, Chris.
Wonderful!
This is so fun. This is actually, it's the third night of T-Knots, and it's my first night here because I've been out of town. I had to go fishing one night, and so I'm glad to be here.
What, you've already had a vacation?
It's just a Thursday night, The guy's got to fish.
The guy's got to fish.
I'm from Minnesota. We fish there,
Yeah. Speaking of Minnesota, that's where I came up with the inspiration for AVNice.
I like it. AVNice. Like Minnesota nice.
Yeah. And what's Minnesota Nice all about?
Well, Minnesota Nice is really about, we have a sense of community. We care about each other. When something happens, the whole neighborhood brings over a hot dish. You know what a hot dish is? A casserole?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring over a hot dish, and they bring over upside down salad or some sort of food, because it's all about food, being nice to each other, and taking 4 hours to say goodbye at the end of the night. It's a Minnesota long goodbye when we leave.
So that's kind of what I was thinking for AVNice, because we all live in the same region. We all shop in the same places. We're all affected by everything that happens in our valley, whether it's south or north or this county or that county. It's really AVNice.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's a great idea. You started it because I hadn't heard it until tonight, but it's a great concept. And I think that I've talked a lot since I've been here about sort of changing the language we use when we describe our community. When we're talking to each other. When I came to town, people said, "Well, why would you move here?" And it's like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I move here? Look at it. It's beautiful sunshine.
It's a land of bubbles.
It's a land of bubbles. There's festivals, but most importantly, it's a place where people have a sense of community. It's a big, small town, and you don't have that everywhere. I've worked in a lot of places around the country, and this is right off the bat, I just felt a sense of community. And so when people said, why would you move here? I always ask them, well, do you like it here? Oh, I love it here. It's a little windy, but when you finally get them down to talking about it, they love it here. So let's change the language we use to describe this place, because how you talk becomes how you behave. And so if you're down on your community, you sort of behave that way. And if you are up on your town and you love your town, well, then maybe you take a little more time to check in with your neighbors, and you become AVNice, and you participate more, and you love your town more. I just think that's going to be one of the things I'm working real hard on, is to change the conversation. And it's not easy. We've developed just our own sort of Rodney Dangerfield sense of ourselves.
But in an attempt to be funny, it's not funny.
No, exactly.
It doesn't even make you laugh. It's just not funny.
No, well, people start to believe it.
Yeah,
the point.
Right.
You say it,
Self-fulfilling.
And it becomes real. Yeah. So and this is, I don't know how much time we have, but when I first came to town, we were looking for a place to rent, and my wife called a rental agent and said, didn't say who we were, just said we wanted to move to town. And he said, "Lady, have you ever been to Palmdale? Why don't you drive around for a while, and if you're still interested, give me a call back."
And so that was a guy that makes his living renting property.
That was our first sort of connection with the community, and so that hit me hard. It was like, wait, this is a great town. Everything I've seen about this community is great. And so I did talk to the realtors and to others and say, let's change the way we talk about ourselves. If we're going to try to bring in a corporate exec and try to build bring a business into town, or to bring a new retail shop into town, and the first person that comes in and talks to people gets that kind of reception, they're not gonna have that same feel as if, oh man, come on in, I'd love to show you some stuff. It's a great town, and and the schools are great, and I know the superintendent because it's a small town, and let's do this, and that's a whole different way to greet people.
And in the world of retail and sales, it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're the city manager or who you are, you're in my office and you're a prospective customer.
Yeah.
You got to treat people wonderful all the time.
Well, and right now I'm a secret shopper. People don't know who I am. So I go into stores and so I sort of check out their customer service and I check out the language they use because they'll say, my driver's license still says South Lake Tahoe on it. It's like, well, why'd you move here from Lake Tahoe? It's like, well, why not? Look at this place. It's a great place. So, I've said that, but there's a sense of community here. And we're about to have AVNice. And I think that is so cool,
Well, thanks for being a part of it.
I intend to be one of your biggest cheerleaders,
Isn't that cool?
It is.
And I didn't have to drive 8 miles to find a friend, but really appreciate you. Welcome to the Antelope Valley.
Thank you very much, and everybody has just been so welcoming. Once you get them past that first piece, they all love it here. Everyone loves it.
Have we been loitering too long?
Probably, or maybe they wanted to get on camera.
Well, here we are, Thursday night on the square at Poncitlan Square. Make sure you get a shot of that American flag. That is a cool flag. See ya.